Hello everyone, my name is SiC and welcome back to the 10th episode, I believe, of Season 4 of Factorio. I just realized I made an incredibly stupid mistake when I set this little system up, because I had these basically on the same height, but because they're turned around, the water and other input didn't quite match up. I had the whatever this is called, let's see, what is it called again? Petroleum gas hooked up to the water input, and I had the water input hooked up to the petroleum input. So that didn't quite work out, and this is a horrible solution because it is staggered and it is kind of triggering, so I'm not going to look at it too much, but it works now. I also finished setting up this little area here, and we also hooked up the remaining pump jacks. So all of the pump jacks that are, well, outside of these three here, I guess, we could still hook these up as well at some point. I don't really feel the need at the moment, but we could potentially hook that up. Anyway, that's about it for what I've done in the meantime. It's not a lot, I just finished up a few loose ends that we needed to fix up. Next up, we should start working on battery production, I think. And that's another thing I wanted to do. Because, well, I wanted to go for robotics, I wanted to go for laser turrets, right? And we have laser turrets available right now, but we need batteries. We also need them for, let's see, flying robot frames. So batteries are incredibly important. But first, let's fix up the next research. I guess, not circuit network, modules, to go towards modular armor. Right. So batteries require iron plates, copper plates, and sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is currently being made. We need a bigger supply of it. We're not quite where we need it to be. But yeah, we will get there over time. And then of course we need a supply of copper down in this area. Luckily we already set up our smelting areas, and it shouldn't be too hard to hook up the next bit here and then use that for batteries. So I'm going to start doing that, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, well, I set up this little smelting area. It is now starting production. We just finished module research, so we will start researching modular armor. For that we need advanced circuits and steel plates. So that is a little while away for now, but we'll get there eventually. We just need to be a little bit patient. Alright, so with this on the way and new iron or copper plates being smelted, we should then take this time to run it down to where we actually are going to need it. Let's see, we need to have a little bit more patience because we needed the underground belt. I didn't have enough anymore. I could walk all the way back to the other side of the factory, but making a few is just as quick right now. Alright, now let's see, where do we want this? Of course we want it further towards the left, I guess. Right, we needed iron, and we needed copper. I guess we can bring the copper alongside the iron here and then go down. I think that will work out nicely. So we'll keep running this down a little bit. And I guess we should move around this area, because we don't want to interfere with a copper ore line in the future. So we can run this down. Crap. Alright. Cool. So we can split off iron here as well if we want to. I think this is going to be okay. I think this is going to be okay for the future as well. We have plenty of acid. So we needed, let's see, we needed some chemical plants. Let's make 10 for now. Batteries, iron plates, copper plates, and sulfuric acid. So we're going to bring the sulfuric acid over here somewhere. Or I guess we can continue it along the top. And then we're going to have to design a little system here. Let's see, we can run this down through the middle, I guess. Or now actually let's put down one first. Now actually there's going to be a solid output. We don't need a pipe system on one end. So what we should be able to do here is going to be, let's see, oh, we need a few more. Let's wait a second and I'll be right back. Alright, so this stuff is nearly done. A little bit of time to think about things. We're going to keep a little bit of space. And let's see, I want to have my inputs on one side. And I think we can do it like that. Let's start with 2, see how that goes. We want to make batteries, right? Actually, no. We're going to keep a little bit of space. Because we want to have an output and an input, I guess. So maybe, yeah, we'll have one go down the middle like so. Right. So we need batteries. So we're going to have to get an input over here. Right, we need a little bit more space. I know what we're going to do. I needed to visualize it in my head a little bit first. There we go. Then we're going to get a space on this side. We're going to have a transport belt run through the middle with one kind of iron ore, I guess. We'll put iron ore down the middle. Like so. Right. We're going to put down a few of these. 10 should be okay to begin with. Right, and we need to run this down there. Also, modular armor is done. Power armor is quite some time away, so I think we're going to start researching flammables, because we might as well. Right. We're going to get long-handed inserters on one side of the belt there. Right, so we're going to craft 10 of those. Then we will have a battery output, or we need an input actually on this side as well. So we're going to make a double line for this. And actually we're going to need 20 of these long-handed inserters. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to split it right here. And this one is going to go up. We need it on this side, right? So we can turn it around like so. And this guy needs to go left and then down like right there. So we can have one our entrance on this side, and I guess we'll put them on the same level. We're going to need one space for a power pole. Right. And then we're going to have an output of batteries over here. Right. Cool. So we're going to need 5 of these inserters on that side. Right. We're going to get outputs on this side. Put it onto the far belt. And then we're going to get inputs in the center on all sides. Right, we're only going to need one of each, so these inserters should be fine. We finished this stuff, so we can do flamethrower. Flamethrower turrets could be nice. I've never used them. But on this map, where we have a lot of desert, they do a lot of damage, and they won't accidentally set any forests on fire, I think. So that will be good. Right, so we're going to make batteries. Right, and then we're going to hook all of this up to the electrical grid. Of course, we are also going to require some lights. You know me. I need me some lights, and actually this looks off, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it straight in the middle, and we'll waste some iron by putting down an underground belt. Alright, and then of course this needs to be hooked up to the other power systems. So we could do that over here, I guess. And we might as well put these down, because we're going to get power poles over here anyway. There we go. So let's have a look. We needed sulfuric acid. We have not hooked up sulfuric acid. That is my bad. I completely forgot about that, but we can actually run it down the middle here, I guess. I think this is a nice looking setup, if I do say so myself. I'm quite happy with this. Right. So I wanted to continue this block all the way over here, down the whole length of it, so we can do all of this with regular pipes. About this length, I suppose. We'll get an underground pipe to go right there. And we'll hook it up like so. Alright. Here come the first batteries. Awesome. And of course, we can bring these all of these, we can bring them together in the center. Alright, we'll turn it around and we will get 2 splitters. There we go. And now we can take this wherever we want. So flamethrowers are done. What else is there for us to research? Mining productivity. Yeah, we're going to need to do some of this. Portable solar panels. We're not quite there yet. I have to focus on other things first. So battery equipment. This is something that it would be cheap to make, so we can get started on that. So, okay. We have batteries. Now what do we want? Do we want laser turrets first? Or do we want to have robots first? I think robots will be more important, because the robots, they can help repair everything. Oh my god, look at all of those little red dots running at my wall. 7 turrets were engaged in that one little fight. Alright, so we're going to be making robot frames. We need steel plates, we need batteries, we need electronic circuits, and we need electric... Oh my god, we need electric engines. You know what? Laser turrets might be easier to make for now. But actually, that should probably not even matter. No, it doesn't matter. We're going to go for flying robot frames. So for that, we needed engine units. Now we can also make trains. For engine units, we need steel plates, iron gear wheels, and pipes. That seems pretty cheap. I think they changed it from something else that it used to be before, because that doesn't seem like a whole lot at all. Alright, let's get this. Luckily, we have plenty of this stuff, and we can actually use this output. We can use iron gear wheels. We are not making enough iron gear wheels, actually. And we should make sure that we are making... actually, we seem to be getting enough iron gear wheels, but I want to get a separate setup for iron gear wheels. Because this is... well, I think this is going to not work out quite so nicely. And also, yeah, I divided up this little system because this didn't seem to be used up enough. So this was kind of... this area was struggling, this one wasn't doing anything else, so I kind of switched it up so that this is divided a little bit more. But I think we're going to be making this little setup again, down here, specifically for engines, because, let's see, electrical engine units require electronic circuits, lubricants, so that's another thing that we're going to have to make. And then we can make flying robot frames. Then we'll have everything we need to make that stuff. So, yeah, plastic bars at some point will be nice as well. I think we're going to need those too at some point, though not quite yet. So yeah, let me get started on this. I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so it's another day. I quit after did the last bit here. We're about ready to make engines. We need steel plates, we need iron gear wheels, we need pipes. So the steel plates we can bring from here. Now I'm thinking I might want to make these a little bit longer here, so that we have some space to work with, because I'd like to have like a splitter right there, I guess, and from here we should be able to make it all the way to the... No, not quite. Okay, I see. I see how it's going to be. There we go. And now of course this did kind of output on this little system we have. But that's fine. We can do it like this, I guess. So we can kind of see what it outputs. Yeah, it makes sense, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, we're going to bring this down, and also we should not forget about science. We finished the science bit. What else is there for us to research? We got modules, we got armor, so basically we're exhausting what little we have left to research with just the green science. Alright, let's bring the steel down along this side. We're kind of grabbing it off the other belt, so this might not be enough, but if it's not, we can always add another belt. Or another smelting station for more steel, because we did make room for more of that stuff. Alright, so let's see, where do we want to go? I think we want to build it down here, the engines. Or maybe, actually, let's build it over here. Yeah, I think that's better. We can get pipes from here as well, and we have gear wheels being put into turrets as well. So we can collect the gear wheels from the turrets that are not being used. And then, yeah, we can start using that as well. Alright, night vision is done already. We're just going to simply keep continuing to research all the basic stuff that we need. So we need three different inputs, right? For engines. Yeah, 3 different inputs. We need the blue ones. We're going to need quite a lot of engines. So I think we're going to make a selection of 10 of these guys. And I guess we can start right there. So let's see, we'll have 5 on that side. And like I said, we needed 4 inputs. Not a lot of each. So what we could do is run 2 belts along the middle, and we can split all 4 or all 3 items along those belts there, I guess. And then we'll have 5 on the other side. And we'll see if this is going to be enough. I have a feeling it will be. Damn you, tree. Alright. It's a little bit faster now that we have access to the other stuff. Let's see. So we wanted to have, for engines, steel plates, iron gear wheels, and pipes. That's not too hard. We can get the pipes from over here. We can actually split them over here as well. Actually, these are personal storage. They're not being used for anything, so this will actually be okay. We can bring this up, I guess. Actually, we can't. Because the pole is in the way. Well, the pole can get out of the way. Place the pole right there. Alright, so we're going to need some underground belts here, just to get rid of this stuff. Going to get rid of some more trees. And then we'll go... Well, I guess we need to go along this height anyway, so that's going to be fine. We just need to get rid of all of these trees here, I guess. Yeah. Right, and we'll put down an underground belt right there. Alright, so connect this up. Crap, wrong way. Oh, I ran out of transport belts. That's unfortunate. Luckily, we are pretty close to where they are being made, so we can easily get some more. And this is, of course, the wonderful usage of automation. We don't have to craft all the stuff we need. We can just keep crafting with the stuff we have the machines make for us. Or not crafting, we can continue making stuff, I guess. Well, anyway. Let's see, we needed to have splitters. We'll have a splitter on this side, we'll have a splitter on that side. Right, and we'll have the steel come in on that side. We're missing one little block, which is annoying. Right, so that is one part. And then we needed to have gear wheels. Alright, let's see. Gear wheels. And what do we need for this? Electronic circuits, engine units, and lubricants. Right. Something is being damaged. Ooh, this is almost destroyed. We need some more turrets over here. Actually, we should go ahead and place them. But first we can still finish this. So, let us see. We have gear wheels coming in, and right now it is completely saturated, which is really good. Let's see. We need to have this on the bottom, but I guess we can bring this down a little bit. Right. Let's see, could we? Actually, we can. That is kind of weird looking, but also kind of awesome. Right, we'll get two of these underground belts right there, I suppose. It's kind of weird. But it will work. Right, we can leave a little gap in the wall there, because this is basically a fail-safe. Doesn't really matter. Right. We got one over here. One over there, because I want to have these two belts combined again, in case one of them starts running a little bit dry, then we can get a nearly full belt again on this side, I think, I hope. That will be good. Right. So we're going to hug the wall here a little bit, because I want to be a little bit efficient with my space. We don't have tremendous amounts of it, or we're not going to have tremendous amounts of it in the future. So whatever we can do to make and save space, the better it will be for us. Alright, inserter capacity is done. Portable solar panels will be nice once we get that far. Alright, let's bring this underneath. And we needed this stuff over on this side, so we can actually kind of do that like this. This is actually kind of cool looking, I think. I mean, it's an efficient use of space, and we still leave a lot of space for other stuff. We can get all of these little cool connections, I guess. So yeah. Alright, we'll get 20 of these long-handed inserters. We'll get... well, we still have a fair amount of regular inserters, I think. I do hope so. If not, we're going to have to get some more. Would be a shame to run out with with just like a few machines to go, but we're good to go for now. So yeah. Right, so this needs to go out. We'll have these engines on the other side. Right, but then this needs to be coming in. Alright, like so and so. Cool. Now we need to set this to creating engines. Of course, we need to hook it up to the power grid as well. Research is done once more. But first I want to hook this up, because we can. Damn it! Alright, there we go. Engines are being made. Portable solar panel research is done. We will get speed module. Alright. So this is slowly but surely being made. We could actually get 2 blocks of this, I guess. But yeah, let's see. We'll get all the engines collected up into one space. Like so. Actually, no. We need to be on this side, right. My bad. Alright, so engines are coming in. Actually, we don't really need this extra belt, because we have all of the stuff we needed on the inside. So, I guess we might as well get rid of this. Get rid of the red ones, save them for the next bit, where we are going to need them. Damn it. Actually, we should probably get rid of the red belts, or the red inserters, before we get rid of the belts. Right. I want to turn these around. There we go. And again, research is done. Productivity module, sure, why not? But yeah, we are going to need more of this. We are going to double this. So I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. Alright, so I set up the new little system. Productivity module is finished, so efficiency module is going to be made now. We have a lot of engines coming in now, so we could dedicate one of these guys towards making electric engine units. For that we need electronic circuits, we need the engine units, and we need lubricant. So lubricant is something we're going to have to make. We're going to get about 10 chemical plants for that for now. We are of course going to need some storage tanks. 10... let's do 12, I guess. We'll see if we need any more. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll find out. Right, so what is next? We wanted to make the flying robot frame. So that we needed the electric engine units, we needed the electronic circuits, the batteries, the steel plates. Okay. So far this is okay. We need to find a source of electronic circuits. Now so far all of this stuff is kind of in a dead end, so we can start using that stuff for other things. And I think we can combine this stuff back up together and then bring it downwards, or bring it all the way over there and start using it for the electric engine units. I think that is going to be a good idea. So we're going to do exactly that. We should have... oh no, we don't have the space we need, but we can get the space. Right, we can just put this stuff down there. Oh, I like this intersection so much already. And actually, let's finish this off by putting in a little light, because we can. Alright, so we'll bring these guys together. Like so. Right. We're going to be bringing this down. And hug the wall a little bit. Now, because most of these guys, they're kind of dead ends. Like, I only need this stuff every once in a while. Once it stops producing, then all of the green circuitry can continue on. This might prove to be inefficient in the future. I don't know yet. But for now, this will do nicely, I think. We'll find out. If it isn't enough, then we need to find a way to inject more computer chips in here in the future. Alright, underground belts, there we go. And man, this lines up so nicely too. It is really cool. Alright, we need at least 10 of these assembling machines once, I guess. And then let's see. We're going to need 3 things for electric engines. 2 things actually, the engine units and the electronic circuits. So we can use the top one and this one for the electric engine units. And we can kind of continue this little setup that we've got going here, I think. So we'll just continue this along. We have the 10. So we can just, well, I want to leave a little bit of space, of course. I think, actually let's do one more. Yeah, I think this will be good. Right, need 10 of these again. And we're going to need a lot of other things. Let's also do circuit network, I guess, because we can. Alright, I'm going to get some more stuff, like orange inserters. They're pretty close by. They're up here somewhere. I need to get rid of some of this ore that I'm carrying around, which I really don't need. Right, like put that in smelters and stuff, because that is just dead weight. I'm not going to use that. Wow, that's a lot of inserters right there. Maybe a little bit too much. But yeah. Let's see, we've got sulfur that is that weight. The batteries are actually quite useful, because we can use that to manually craft some things that we need. But for now this will be fine. I kind of like these thick belts of stuff going up as well. It looks really cool. Alright, so we have the long-handed inserters. We can kind of fit them up together. Now this is going to be a little bit different, because we also need a fluid input. I don't know exactly where the fluid input is going to have to go. But we will find out in just a second. And then we will know. Yeah, I think, you know, the fluid is going to come from the outside here. And it actually, the output of this stuff should be off to the side, because the input of the oil or the lubricant is going to be in the middle there. So this can work, but we do need to, let's see, electric engine units, yeah. Right. So we could... Actually, no, we need long-handed inserters for this. That will work out a little bit nicer. Because what we need to do here is we need to get some of these pipes. Do we have any pipes left? No. No, we don't. We can get some off the belt. Just like that. What I wanted to do is actually we are going to have to turn these around. Right. So the pipes are going to be connected up like this. And then the long-handed inserters can go on the right of it and output onto the belt that is going to be running over here. Alright. Like so. Right, and we can connect these ends up as well. We still have some underground belts. They're not making it quite all the way, which is unfortunate, but we'll do it like so. And then of course we need lubricant production. And also we can kind of finish this up as well, I suppose. We'll run these belts along. We'll get the output belts going. This is going to be a bit of a dead end, but I want to leave two spaces, so we're not going to, you know, this can go down and then this guy can go down. Actually, maybe one more, because we have this belt over here, so yeah. Right. And this is where the electric engines are going to be put out. Oh. Alright, and we can just kind of hook these up like so. Now all we need is the fluid. And also we need new research. So inserter capacity bonus. Actually no, let's do mining productivity. It's going to take a little while. And this stuff we can later on be using for trains and stuff like that. Or we could even put that onto here as well, if it's not enough. But we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so we have a bit of a walk. We have time to think about where we are going to be making The lubricant. The lubricant is easy, it's just heavy oil put into these chemical plants and then output into like a storage area. So that is not too difficult. So we can kind of run the heavy oil along the bottom there, and then we can have actually lubricant could be stored over here, I guess, or down here, and then run along the bottom there, because we don't need massive amounts of lubricant. So it's okay if that is a little bit of a dead end, I guess. Of course, we are going to require some space. So we're going to make a little system like that, yeah. Right, and we're going to need a few more, but I can do that later because we don't have enough stuff. And we would interconnect these along the middle, connect them up like here, connect these guys up there. And we are going to need one more pipe. Alright, so we could now potentially... Actually, we don't really... Yeah, we could continue this up along this side, this over here and that over there, I guess. So this will be our major storage areas. I guess we can have the chemical plants down here, and we could have some more refineries go along here, I guess, in the middle, when we run out of space, because we will. And this is actually quite useful as well. So we're going to leave a little bit of space in the middle, as always. Now this is going to be quite easy in terms of outputs. Right. So what we can do here is actually we could double these guys up, I guess. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to be getting some more pipes and I'll finish setting this up and I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, so this production is now starting. We just have to hook it up to a proper storage tank, which is right over here. Oh yeah. That fills up quite quickly and nicely, eh? Alright. So now that we have this, we can tag this as, let's see, where is the lubricants? There it is. We can tag this as lubricants as well. Now we should also, of course, make sure that this is tagged as engines. Both of these are, of course, red engines. And this is, what were we making here? Batteries, right. So all of this is colored in. Cool. Yeah. This is going to be good. Alright, so what we need to do here is we need to have an output over here, I guess. Let's make it 2 tiles wide, because we can, and we probably should. Actually, you know what? We could probably, it would probably be best if we run this down along the bottom here. So we can get one pipe there. We'll connect it up. And then we'll run it along this belt there. So we have all the space we need for any other pipelines that we might have to run along this side. But I think this is going to be working out quite nicely. Alright, so we probably wouldn't make it, like we would probably end up right in the middle of that radar or the lamp or something. So we're going to be doing it a little bit differently. But yeah, we can get there quite easily, because I have about 130 of these underground pipes right now. It's a little bit much. Alright, got a little pipe there. Turn this around. Run it in front of the wall. And like this inner section we don't really need, I guess. But it kind of looks nice, right? Right, now we could actually continue this straight up north. Right, we don't need to do anything else with it. We just need to hook it up. And we'll just hook it up like that, I suppose. So that is oil. Or lubricant, in fact, for all of the stuff we needed. We'll put some lamps, because lamps are awesome. We need light. Alright, so this is now being made, albeit very slowly. So we're going to continue this same setup down here, in fact. We should definitely do that. And we actually need to reroute this a little bit if we are going to do that. So basically let's create a new blueprint, I guess, so we know exactly what we're making and where. Like so. And I guess we don't need this connection to show up. So, red engines. Now we wanted to have this like so. So, that means, first of all, that we're going to have to cut the connection right there. Right. So we'll connect this up right there. We'll connect this up over here. And I'll finish building this little system, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, already we can see that this current supply of electric engines, or the regular engines, is probably not going to be enough. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put in a splitter, I guess. If I want to make trains anywhere else, I can run that off down to the bottom, and the other side, yeah, we'll run along the side here, and we'll get an underground belt right there, so we can create some space for ourselves. Right. We're going to get splitters right there. Want to turn this around. And there we go. This will function nicely. Alright, we got attacked again. Something got damaged. This is still holding its own. But alien bases are kind of starting to creep in on us a little bit. Which is a little bit scary. Especially this area here, we still need to place a turret. I'm being kind of lazy because I don't want to run all the way over there. Alright, let's see. Batteries, steel plates, electronic circuits, electric engine units. Alright, what else do we need? We need, of course, robotic stations, I guess. Or roboports. We need advanced circuits for that. Oh, we're a long way off, guys. We're a long way off. But we'll get started on the robot frames, I guess. So steel plates, electric engine units, batteries. I think if we want to do this correctly, we're going to need quite a few inputs. I think we're going to need at least 6 belts, because I want to have a yeah, basically I want to have a belt for batteries, a belt for electronic circuits, and then I can kind of connect up the electric engine units and the steel plates on a single belt. Actually, I can run on the outside, so we're going to need 6 belts, and then we are going to have 2 belts for the output of the robotic frames. Right. Right. Steel is still not being used up completely. So this is going to keep functioning for a while. I think we have enough steel production that we can put in another splitter over here. We will see how that goes. Now we can get, what did I say? Steel and electric engine units can go onto a single belt. So that's going to work out nicely. Right, and we can make robots over here, I guess. So we need to run up this stuff towards the north. And for that we are of course going to need 10 more assembling machines. We don't have enough iron, so we're going to have to suck some off the belt. That sounds so dirty. But it's the way it functions, so can't really blame me. Alright, yeah. So we'll get a splitter there. Run this alongside the bottom. Now I need to see where exactly I'm going to be placing this. So this robotic frame area can be a little bit of a dead end. That is going to be absolutely fine. So I'm thinking we can make it over in this corner. And that will be good. And we'll leave a little bit of space. I guess we'll keep it in line with this little line right there. And start making this stuff right there. So we'll place down 5 on this side. And now I want to have 2 lines in the middle. Like so. Just like we had before, basically. Need to get rid of this. Now then, we can have 1 belt for inputs over on this side. And we'll have a belt of outputs. Just right there. So this is going to be our basic setup, I guess. Alright, so I'll continue setting this up for a little bit. I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, so I set up the little system. Now we're just going to have to take care of the inputs. So what we're going to have to do here, I think I'd like to try something new. I'm going to put a splitter right there. And we'll have a splitter right there, I think. Now one of these will go right there. And let's see, we needed the engine units. So we're going to be bringing those from the other side. Alright, hug the belt. Coming over in this way. And we just ran out of belts. Oh, that is so unfortunate when that happens. Right, so we want to connect this up over here. Screw it, I'm going to have to get some belts. And probably also, yeah, we're going to run out of electricity pretty soon. So that is another thing that we're going to have to take care of. Well, let's see. There we go, 800 belts. We're good to go with splitters, I think. Actually, we need some splitters as well. Using a lot of those. I guess they're my new favorite thing. Alright. So let us see here. These guys are going to be connected up like so. And then we needed these guys over on that side. Right. So then we're going to have to get something similar, but coming in from the opposite direction. So we're going to have a splitter there, a splitter there. I guess no, not quite. I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently. We're going to do it over here, I guess. Well, over there, I guess. Alright, so we're going to feed this into that side. Basically, we're going to have to get a splitter over here. Now we're going to continue over in this direction. Get some underground. Damn it. Not quite. Alright. So we got our basic inputs over here. And then of course we needed, what else did we need? Electronic circuits and batteries. Some other electronic circuits should not be hard. They're still not being used to their maximum capacity. So we want to kind of keep this a little bit clean. I guess we'll put in a splitter right there. We're going to get an underground belt right here. We're going to get an underground belt right there. I'm going to connect this up like that. There we go. Right, so that is one thing, and then of course we're going to need the batteries. Also I started inserter capacity bonus number 2. Batteries have a bit of a distance to travel actually. And we can put them on this side of the belt and then run them up along here. I think that'll be nice. Also, I'm noticing a distinct lack of lighting over here. We should fix. There we go. Alright. So the batteries are now going to go up. Crap. Not sure what happened there. Right. Underground belt. And we'll run this along the iron belt. I think not all of it is being used to maximum efficiency, all of this iron, but I would prefer to keep these belts full and then create new smelting areas to create belts for other stuff instead of creating like a kind of loophole for myself where we don't have enough production and it kind of thins out over time, because that never really works out. Alright. There we go. Turn this to the left. This all still functions the way it should. And this is already 4 thick, but I don't want to run anything through the middle, so I think this is going to be fine if we run this along the side here. It's going to be 5 thick, but like I said, I don't want to run another underground belt through our production area. If we do that, then something has gone horribly wrong. And yeah. It's not going to be a thing. Alright. So we're going to need this stuff over here. We'll get a belt over there. I guess we'll get a... No, that doesn't work. Need to get a belt over there. Right. I think also this is going to be the last thing we're going to be doing in this particular video. Right, here come the batteries. Awesome. So now of course we need to have an output for this stuff. The robotic frames, they're going to be made into robots. And again, I'd like to keep like 2 spaces over here, so that's going to be 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, and now we can have this belt run over to this side. So we can make a turn with this stuff and make another section with this if we need to. Alright, so for now I think what we're going to do here is we're going to insert the robot frames into boxes. We'll have, let's see, let's get 2 steel chests, put them right there, and later on we can have these steel chests empty again and run them back onto this belt so these boxes are empty, and we can then remove the inserters once we actually start making use for it. But this is going to take a while. This is quite slow to craft, so it doesn't hurt if we create a surplus of it for ourselves. Right? And also, this already seems to be thinning out, so we're going to be running these electrical engines onto this belt as well. So what we might want to do here is go up here a little bit, because I need space to turn, and you'll see why in just a second. Right, I think this is going to be it. Right, so we're going to be putting a splitter in here. Put this onto that belt, I guess. Yeah, there we go. And we can use this space a little bit better. So we'll get this. That's it. Inserter capacity is done. We've researched all we can research. Wow. Our energy shield equipment, I guess. Bullet shooting speed. These are all things that we can still research. So that's what we're going to do. But yeah, I think we've made a lot of progress. But we've also been playing for a while already. So this is going to be the end of this video. Please leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more. And I'll see you guys for whatever video I do next.